Hi, so let's talk about single stage reloading. So when you're reloading, you're going to end up reloading each function one at a time. That's how single stage works. Instead of progressive, that's got multiple stations at each. You use dies. So these dies, each die has a function. You start with certain ones, then you continue the next, continue the next, continue the next. That's how it goes. So we got a press right here. So first thing you're going to need is your components. So you have your shells, your brass, basically, your bullets, the projectile you're putting in there, your powder, and your primer. All of those things are a little bit different. Can of powder, some primers, lots of bullets. So this is, again, just the individual bullet itself. And then, of course, you have shells. Okay? So the way you start this, you got your shells, you got all your components, you're ready to go. You're going to put your shells. Well, the way I do it is I put my shells on a plate like this so that I can put case lube on them. There's a few different kinds of case lube out there. You've got something like this. It's Imperial Wax. You can actually put a little bit on each case. You can do that. Or you can use something like this. This is a one-shot lube from Hornady. Works really well. You basically spray it and you let it sit. So in about 30 seconds to 45 seconds, it's going to be good to go. All right. So let's go on with that. First step, first stage in reloading. You're going to use a sizing die. This is a sizing die made from Mighty Armory. It's great. Precision. It's a 6.5 Creedmoor. So we are going to slide this thing. It's already set. So the dies have to be set for what you need to. Right now, these dies are set. They're tied in. You've got an actual ring on here that makes it tight or not, and you've got a bolt in there, a hex key wrench screw. So it's already tightened down. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put this into my press. Okay, so this is our press. The way this press works is you actually put the die and it slides in. Now my particular one, it's got a little air hole there, so I'm going to keep that air hole in the front, just so I know. This thing has a light on it, so we're going to turn that light on. All right, we are going to take the first case, which should be dry now. I'm going to drop it in there. We're going to simply lift it up. Now that is doing two things. It just popped the old primer out, and it resized it. Now, that thing is ready to go, and it's got a hole where the primer was. So, on this particular thing, this is where the primer feed is. It's at the top. So I need to put a primer in there. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have some primers. All I need is one at a time. So I kind of put them off to the side. So we're actually going to pick one up at a time. And I'm going to put this in and flatten it out. There, should be flat. Perfect. Now my shell case, which I just sized, should be ready to go to put a primer in. So we're going to lift that up a little bit. See if I can do this. Still use both hands. That makes it a little tough. Sorry about the shaky. Gonna slide it in. It's already sized for it. I'm gonna drop it down and push it. That now should have seated the primer into it. So I lift it back up. This thing should pop right out. There's no primer in there anymore. And now it's in the actual case. That is all good to go. Your first step is done now. Okay, we're going to find our next one. Actually, really what I do now, immediately once I've done this, is I will put it on paper, and basically I'm going to clean it all off. Because right now it's got that lube on it. So from there, cleaned it off. It's not the cleanest in the world, but it's good enough for right now. And I'm going to put it in the block, just to keep track of where it is. But it is right here, and then I'm going to move on and do another case. go, do another case, go, do another case, and do this same thing until I've got all the shells that I plan on doing. I'm only gonna load one right now. Let's just assume we've done a few. Okay, and these things have all been sized. So next step, you go over to your press, you take your die out, and we go to the next one. The next die that I use is this. It is actually a precision sizing die. It's actually going to give us exactly the right size on the case mouth. You can actually see in it right there. Let's see if we can see anything in here. Yeah, it's just a mandrel that points down. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in. There we go. I'm going to pick up the case, put it in. And as we do this, we're going to be able to see it in the window. You can barely see it right there, but it's in the window. It's sized. Basically, it's made this circle, made the circle at the top perfect. Okay, so that's a perfect size circle now at the right size that I want, which is actually a 2.635. I think. So it's just going to add a little snugness to the shell. Okay? So you do that again with all of your dies, one at a time. You size it, size it, size it, size it. Awesome. Once you're done, we're going to go to the powder. Let me show you that. We'll come on over here. This is, man, I don't even remember the name of it anymore, but this is where we're going to get our powder. Okay? So we're going to turn the thing on. I'll get the thing ready and then I'll show it to you in a sec. Okay, so this is using a powder that's automatically going to do stuff for you. It's really awesome. It's very useful. And really, you'll do some precision stuff. It's not awesome for precision. It's going to get you where you need to go, and then you can make adjustments as you need to. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put whatever I want, what the actual amount is, and I'm going to do 40.2 grains. Now this is actually the wrong powder. I'm using H110 as a display because the ones that I actually use for my actual Creedmoor, 6.5 Creedmoor, this H4350, I'm out. So I'm just showing, this is just for demonstration purposes. You need to use the right powder for the right caliber combination. Okay, so I've got this thing. The scale is already at 0. It's already leveled. Zeroed, excuse me. I'm gonna hit go. Well, it didn't take it. 40.2, go. So this thing is gonna feed itself, and it actually weighs the scale the entire time, and it's gonna stop when it needs to. Okay. So just about there. It only takes a little while. It's gonna beat course. Yeah, it gets a little slow at the end, just so it can trickle onto the pan. Okay, we take this thing off, 40.2. Now I want exactly 40.2. If you're doing precision, you want to do exactly 40.2. Okay, so it's actually a little short. So it's very little short. So I'm just gonna put it back on the pan and tap this thing. Get myself some more powder, actually. Okay, 40.4, so I'm definitely over now. Okay, and from here, I'm actually going to pull the powder out, usually using my hands. It's not the best in the world, but it certainly works. So I can actually pull it grains out. Okay, it's to 40.5, so I'm going to drop some more in. A little bit more. There. Okay, just a little above, so let me pull some more out again. Okay, that's close enough for government work, but I would want to go to 40.20 if I can, but 0.01 off, that's fine. All right, so from here, I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to come over to my shells. I have a funnel, fits right on there, okay? And we are just going to drop this right in there. make sure you got all the powder in there that's in the pan. Okay, simple. You're going to come back over here, put this down, and if you have it set up right, there's actually an auto repeat button. When you press that and you put 40.2, this thing would automatically start filling up again. Okay, so that's all good. You would continue until, again, you have this block filled and you have been able to put all the powder in there. Here, let's do this where the light is so we can see, at least. You can see the powder in there. So while that thing is refilling each pan, I will actually reload right away. So we're going to take this out. We're going to our third die at this point. This is the precision seating die that I've got from Redding. So it's a very good piece of gear. And this is, again, set up for the bullets and the combination that I use myself. So we are going to use a bullet, put it in there, and pull that down. And it's going to seat the bullet. Once it is seated, we simply drop it over here. Okay. So I am not going to seat a bullet right now because, again, it's wrong powder. I'm never going to fire this. It's totally inadequate. But what I would be doing is I would pull the bullet out. Hold it, line it up, and then pull the lever down. Get your fingers out of the way so you don't squish them, because that actually can't happen. Once you're out, you're going to have a completed bullet. You put it in your block. And then you continue that process until you're complete. That's the whole process. All right, so I figure I could at least seat the thing. So, we've got the bullet right here. Oh goodness, looks like I might have partially seated it. Anyway, you put it down, you hold the bullet, and then you seat it. You go all the way down to the bottom, bring it up, and now we have our completed round. Okay. To check the round, to make sure everything is good, I am going to use a case gauge. Okay. This is case gauge. It is going to be for an individual caliber, which it actually states on the side. It's etched in there. Okay, so you've got a small opening, a large opening. So I am simply going to put my bullet, let it go in there, and I want to check this. Is it flush? If it's flush, then you're good to go. You take a look at the other side, and the bullet is in there just right. Okay. Again, you're looking at that top, making sure it's flush. That means you've sized it correctly, and you've made a great bullet. And that's it. That's how you do precision reloading.